tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony and Clark Hill. This is Kevin Harlan. Grizzlies will look to their home. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And Lee's subbed in for Allen. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Adams in for Ricky Rubio. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. And it's Adams in at the 1 spot. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and, you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the strike. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Deflects the pass. And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good. And now a 4-point Minnesota lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off the turnover. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Wiggins against Conley. Wiggins dishes to Adams. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Conley, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Towns. Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft. 4th overall. He wasn't an instant starter, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. The Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
Count the bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed, have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And that one's good. Pekovic.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Gasol, a screen on Miller. And again, Memphis, no good.
You know, you think back, Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Beno Udrih, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And it's Lee penetrating, and the layup's good off the glass. Lee's got 5 points so far.
And Mike Conley may be the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Memphis. And stolen by Jang. Pass to Miller. That's tipped. Here's Udrih. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Feeds to Barnes. Right side, Green. 5 on the clock. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. Timberwolves leading by 4. Kicks it to Pekovic. Adams outside. Back to Pekovic. A jump hook, and it's in off the backboard. Pekovic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Barnes passes to Lee. Rebound by Dang.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Took him no time at all on that one. Adams has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Green against Jang. Here's Barnes. Great D that time from Pekovic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And again, it's Minnesota.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Wright kicks to Udrih. To the right side. Nobody near Barnes. Tries again. And Green with the lay-in.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And that one's good. And 11 points for Nikola Pekovic.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Green with the ball. And a wide open look for Lee. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lee's got 8. Muhammad. No good.
All right, Memphis, you got your Grizz girls on the court. Give them a nice round of applause.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Green is checked in for Memphis. Lee comes in for Beno Udrih. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Adams in for Ricky Rubio. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. On the wings, it's Lee and Green. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He had 23 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Well, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on the roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Dishes it to Muhammad. Here's Pekovic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Pekovic has got 13.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Miller. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Zhang with the screen for Miller. He dishes it to Adams. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Adams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Now here's Barnes. Defense is right there. Memphis moving it around. Right side, Lee. Back to Barnes. From deep. Pekovic with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 18.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, the NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in. Yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
And it's Conley penetrating to the paint. Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. And part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
It's tipped. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Pekovic dishes to Adams. And Muhammad has it in the corner from the arc. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
Miller kicks to Adams. It's rebounded by Memphis. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Randolph, a screen on Miller. The feed to Lee. There's the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Pekovic has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And he gets it to go.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Lee outside. Randolph sets a screen for Lee. Terrific design on the pick foot. He lays it in. Lee's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Outside Conley. And it's Miller penetrating. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 21. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Green, the screen. Barnes passes to Conley. The dish to Green from 12 feet out. No good. Great D that time from Bekovic.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Miller. It's blocked. Fast break Memphis. Conley leading the charge. Oh, and here comes Miller all alone. Finished off the break. Miller's got 6 points.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And that one's good.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there.
All right, fans, let's get up, let's get up.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Wright. Barnes comes in for Zach Randolph. Lee's checked in for Tony Allen. And it's Udrih in for Mike Conley. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Adams in for Ricky Rubio. Now Udrih. So on the floor for Minnesota. Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Martin out on the wing with Muhammad. And it's Adams in at the 1. Here's Lee. And another miss by Memphis.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
He feeds it to Udrih. He kicks it to Green. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Adams outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Lee dishes to Udrih. To the middle. Here's Barnes. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Adams kicks to Pekovic and stolen by Barnes. Here's Udrih. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Lee with the steal. To the inside. Gasol. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Marcus Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marcus Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Info and entertainment. Boy, the fast break has really been good to him here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 scores have come from fast break opportunities. They have made the most of their chances.
Green, the screen, over in the corner, Barnes, the tray, it's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Udrich has got his 5th assist in this one. And Adams kicks to Jack. Good D by Gasol.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts. But that basket, that's now 8 of the last 10 points they've surrendered coming on fast breaks.
And they just look asleep out there in terms of transition, not showing nearly enough urgency in getting back. And Bano uses a 6'3 lefty combo guard out of Yugoslavia. He can run the pick and roll and has really improved from mid-range, can square up and bury it at a moment's notice.
Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Barnes. Andre Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Inside, Jang, the pass to Pekovic. Here's Adams, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Udrich lacks the quickness, Clark, to stay with most point guards defensively.
Yeah, just by a step or two, and that's why he's better defending 2 guards. He does a much better job when he's matched up with 2s versus point guards.
Grizzlies making a switch here. White's checked in. And Udrich kicks to Green. Pass to Udrich. Wright sets a screen. Out to the right wing. It's a very good look and converts. Wright's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Miller kicks to Adams. Pekovic inside, working on Randolph. Adams' shot is good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Here's Udrich, covered by Miller. Miller with the double team. It's tipped. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead. 1:20 left in the third quarter. Now Udrich, 8 points for him. Wright sets a screen. Randolph gets the lead. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
While we're in this break, let's take a moment now to acknowledge the strong defense we've been seeing from that point guard position lately. These are the steal leaders among point guards since the All-Star break. Freak number 1.
And all those swipes have come for him because of that endless energy with which he plays on the defensive end. I mean, whoever he's guarding, he sticks to them like glue on the perimeter.
You know, for many point guards in this league, defense is an afterthought. He's not one of those guys. I mean, he puts as much into his D as he does into his O. Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Freak. 16 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Wright sets a screen. And Udrich kicks to Green. Passes it to Lee. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Adams' shot is off.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
With 1 on the clock, misses the shot.
All right, Memphis, you got your Greens girls on the court. Give them a nice round of applause.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Minnesota leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Allen in at the small forward position. Conley kicks to Allen. The pass to Gasol. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Grizzlies.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Tipped away. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Martin with the bucket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now here's Conley. And Randolph now top of the key. Wright sets a screen. Allen kicks to Udrih. To the right side. Shot clock at 3. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Mike Conley. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Garnett dishes to Martin. Back to Garnett. To the wing on the left. Here's Adams. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And here is Conley. Out left to the wing. Here's Udrih. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Adams, the pass to Wiggins. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on. And Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Outside Conley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, one thing sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
KG, that's good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Green. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Wiggins kicks to Adams. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well. Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And a wide open look for Freak. Timberwolves keep it alive. And again, Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got 9 points here in the second half.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Adams. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Adams, he's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Conley penetrating. That bucket in no time at all.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
Their superior ball handling. Won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And really an important win from a pride standpoint. Nobody likes getting swept, so they're able to salvage a win in this 4-game season series.
Yeah, and at 1-3, I mean, their record against this team obviously not pretty, but again, to your point, it's about pride and not being swept.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Adams. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And the wide open shot from Green. There's 3 pointers off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Suns. Allen against Martin. Martin gets a screen from Adams. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
And the foul called on Freak. That will be foul number 5 on him. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Penalty situation.
Off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. The drive by Lee. That's good.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Miller with the ball. Freak sets a screen for Miller. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He was involved in all the big plays, very aggressive game, and came away with a triple-double to lead his team. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you.